now live. Hopefully everybody can see Andrei's face and his video feed. I'll just give it a second. Alright, if you guys can see him on the screen, just give us a holler in the chat room. Let us know that you guys can see it. Okay, let me just write a message to everybody to refresh. Alright, so it looks like we're getting some viewers, so hopefully people are chiming in. So really quick, this is a live chat for Andrei Arlovski. You guys can be watching this on Facebook and Twitter and on arlovski.com, which is where you get the best experience because you get to ask the questions from a direct, profile. The rules of the chat are very simple. Just don't repeat the question more than once. Drop all your questions into the chat room, and I will try to keep track of them and moderate it for you guys. If you're having problems with seeing the video, just simply refresh the page and you should be able to see it just fine. Okay? Alright, Andrei, so why don't we go ahead and begin with just a quick recap of how you're feeling, how everything went for your fight.
Everything great, I'm feeling great and happy to be home, and of course we're very happy to have live video chat with my fans. So guys, I'm ready to answer for all your questions, and let's start.
Excellent. So Andrei, why don't we begin with the basic things that you and I kind of discussed already. These are some of the things that have been popping up on the internet regarding the chat, and I want to make sure that everybody kind of hears these topics covered. So number one, Andrei, your training camp and key figures. Who consists in your training camp for this match that just occurred?
For this particular fight, my training camp was about 4 weeks. I'm talking about that right away when I came back from Philippines after my fight against Team Sylvia. My manager told me we have opportunity to fight in a new promotion company, a new organization on November 3rd. So I was in good shape before Team Sylvia fight, so plus that 8 weeks. So my camp for this fight probably was altogether, it was about 12-13 weeks, and that's it.
Excellent. And how did you feel overall the training camp came together? Did everybody get along? Did you feel comfortable in the training camp?
Training camp was great. Before Team Sylvia, I worked a lot with my sparring partner was Travis Brown, but after he's supposed to come back after his fight against Bigfoot, but he was injured, and my main sparring partner was Keith Jardine, and last 10 days before my fight came Anthony Hamilton, another heavyweight wrestler, and yeah, and of course I had a lot of workouts with Greg Jackson, with Mr. Winklejohn, with Mike Whaley. Yeah, that's it.
Excellent. And what are your thoughts going into the fight about your opponent, and what are your thoughts currently? Devin Cole is the person we're talking about.
Well, before the fight, definitely I still respect him, and definitely before the fight I thought it's gonna be fight gonna be a little bit more aggressive. He's gonna try to take me down right away, and of course before the fight I paid a lot of attention to my wrestling skills, and I remember when I over and over every day, or before class or after class, I work out with Keith Jardine, and we did the same exercise over and over, and this works, so I'm very happy.
Excellent. The other question that we had, Andrei, is your fight game plan in detail, if you can. What were you planning? How were you preparing? And what did you spend most of your time training on? What was the focus point?
Of course, it was wrestling and striking, and like I mentioned in some interview right right before or right after the fight. Probably it was the first time when I follow my gameplay 100%, and actually Greg Jackson, he was happy too. And that's it. I did everything that I supposed to do during the fight, and yeah.
So it looked like your striking. I mean, to be honest with you, a few times I watched it on the internet. It seemed like it was fast forwarded. It was so quick. It was so superb. It looked like you were in the Matrix. Like you saw every punch coming. You moved your head very well. Talk me through, like, how was he just too slow, or were you just ready for this one?
I don't want to be cocky, but definitely I think my boxing, my striking a little bit better than Devin Cole. And also I work a lot with Mr. Winklejohn and Mike Wally. If I drop my hands, they right away like slap me with the pads in my face. So, and I did a lot of exercises for head movement, for especially for like throw quick jab, quick 1-2. So everything what I did, but trust me, I did like a lot of repetition before the fight. So it's paid off, paid back.
The other question is, what does this victory personally mean to you, professionally mean to you, and mentally? How does it feel?
Mentally, I feel right now very good, great. Before the fight, mentally, of course, I was a little bit, of course, nervous, and this is just another step, a little bit closer to my dream. You know, I did another step, and just looking forward. Very excited. I still, like I said, I still want to fight, and more important, I want to win all my next fights. And Devin Cole, definitely, he was a big, another big test for me, and everything perfect right now.
Excellent. On a scale of 1 through 10, how do you feel coming into this fight? Being prepared physically, mentally, and emotionally?
100%. I was ready 100%. Obviously, that's 10. Mentally, it was 10. Physically, was 10. Everything was 10. And at the same time, of course, I nervous before the fight. I was very focused before the fight, and especially camp for this particular fight against Devin Cole went very, very good. It's exactly how I wanted all my future fights will go in this way, because every single person who was with me, around me, it was right person, and right game plan, right right atmosphere. You know, it's like everything fine.
You said that a number of times. What was right about it? What do you think? What was that magic formula? Not magic.
I don't know. It's magic, not magic. I just Greg Jackson. He's founded some. I told him, coach, I start like kind of nervous, like 2 days before the fight. He found something right to say me. You know, I kind of relax. Travis Brown came, we kind of joke around, you know. Michael, you, Eric, we just kind of a little bit joking around, you know, try to scare everybody. Like everything was like in the old days, you know, and everything was fine.
You know,
I'm sorry, I didn't think about anything. I know that if I need to go to somewhere, you're gonna remind me. My head just was focused. My head was like clearly. I was focused on my coming up match. That's it.
What I wanted to say is one of the things that I kind of noticed from the side of looking at how you, Greg Jackson, and Travis, and even Michael work together is it seemed like there was just natural synergy. There was even one point in the locker room, maybe 8 minutes, 10 minutes before the fight, where you guys almost finished each other's sentence. Like he said something that you were already thinking. Just little things like that. It seemed like you guys were very much in sync.
Yeah, I was worried about Mike a little bit, because Mike Weather, because he was a first time with me. He was the first time I was in my corner, and I thought it might be some misunderstanding or something, but everything went great, and we did a great job.
So talking about, you know, Team Pitbull, you mentioned that a lot of times, and you obviously have your core members. Can you break it down in terms of who actually is part of Team Pitbull?
Of course, from day one, Leo Karolinsky, my manager, and uh, um, I'm sorry guys for a second. It's Team Pitbull from day one. This is of course my manager Leo Karolinsky.
Andrei, when you say day one, why don't you explain how many years so people understand?
Day one, it's about 13, 14 years when I first time met Leo. Then I met Dina Castes, it's from 2000, Eric Rappaport, from another trainer from Chicago, Said Hatim, my kickboxing or Muay Thai, my kickboxing or Muay Thai boxing coach from Chicago, Said Hatim. Of course, my trainers, head coach from Albuquerque, Greg Jackson, Mike Winklejohn, Mike Wally, my strength and conditioning coach from New Mexico, Joaquin Chavez, my swimming coaches from Albuquerque, Jesse and Betty, and sparring partners, of course, and some friends, of course. It's people who came from Chicago to support me. My old friends, Pete, Jason, Russ, Sean, Pat. It's a lot of people who came to support me from Albuquerque, from New York, from Israel. It's like people who still with me after all my losses, all my bad things what's happened with me. It's people like who all the time with me, and it's of course my most important fans who went with me through all my victories, through my all losses, and who still behind me. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me, and thank you guys.
Awesome, Andrei. We do have a lot of questions coming up. Guys, just so you know, Alexander, Jay, Derek, I'm going to keep track of all the questions, and I'll roll around to them in just a few minutes as well. What's your opinion of the WSOF organization and the professionalism, and I guess the future of this organization?
My future with the World Series of Fighting, it's up to World Series of Fighting. First show, I think it went very good. So far, they treat me really good, and we'll see. We'll see.
What do you think you still need to focus on more? Do you feel like there was
every discipline and be a smarter fighter, and definitely I have to stick with my game plan because Greg Jackson or other trainers they can see from the side what's gonna work for me, what's not, and that's it.
Was everybody happy about your performance from your camp? Were there any comments of things that you missed? Or
Eric, I told in the beginning our live chat, actually, Greg Jackson, he was happy 100% how fight went, how I follow game plan, you know.
Talking about Greg Jackson, why is Greg Jackson a perfect fit for you?
No, first of all, Greg Jackson, he one of the guys who still believe in me after 4 losses, and who invited me to come in Albuquerque, come to in his gym, and this is guy who tried to help me to climb back on the top and be champion one day again.
Awesome. Andrei, there was first there was a rumor, then it was factually confirmed that it looks like Anthony Rumble Johnson, who's also on the card, who's been going from weight category to weight category, and who's a big fan of yours and has been following your career for quite some time, is interested in moving up into the weight, heavyweight category. Is this a match that you would consider if you were presented? Do you think it's a good match for you? Have you seen him fight?
No, I didn't see his fight, but what I can say, you're welcome.
Bring it out, yeah.
In a heavyweight division, you know.
Okay. Talk about what's going on with your movie, and give us maybe a little bit of insight of why people should watch it, and maybe something interesting from the movie.
I saw Universal Soldier Day of Reckoning, and I really like it, especially fighting scenes. And it's gonna be in a movie theaters on November 30th. And please, guys, watch. Let me know your opinion. Send emails. Write something in the chats about what you think about my performance. But this is great, you know. I'm very excited. I spoke with director John Himes. He's very excited too about that movie. I'm gonna be in the theaters, and hopefully it's gonna be great for all of us.
And they're going to be doing a lot of PR once the movie does come out into the theaters. Just so you guys know, if you are interested in watching the movie tonight, you guys can do DVD or on demand, not DVD, sorry, the video on demand service at your home and be able to watch the movie tonight if you wanted to. The other question that we had, Andrei, was is it true that you're going to be fighting Manson?
Jeff Manson. Guys, I promise this soon I'm gonna sign some contract or some papers about my coming up match. Eric gonna post it on Arlovski.com, and you'll know first.
Yeah, one of the things that we do very well here is that the minute I am aware and the deal has been signed, I'm responsible to get that into Twitter, Facebook, and all that. But the first place that it goes to all the time is a confirmation of any factual statements. Is Arlovski.com. So you guys as fans, by signing up to the site, by participating here and coming back to the site, know what's factual and what's not. Andrei, real quick, because you do have a lot of Russian fans, a lot of people stay up, early in the morning, late at night. You got a lot of Twitter comments. Why don't you maybe say a few words in Russian to kind of acknowledge?
Для моих русскоговорящих болельщиков спасибо большое за вашу поддержку, за ваше участие в моей, скажем так, общественно-спортивной жизни, за все ваши смс-ки, имейлы, за вашу поддержку. Я уже не раз говорил, что как только мы будем что-нибудь знать по поводу России, когда мы следующий бой будет в России, мы сразу же дадим вам знать. И конечно же, Эрик полетит со мной, потому что без Эрика как без рук, и он мастер на организации всяких встреч до боя, во время, до взвешивания, после взвешивания, то есть однозначно будем в контакте с вами, в связке, как говорится, и чего-нибудь интересное придумаем. Спасибо большое еще раз.
Excellent. Real quick, Andrei, there was a discussion about, that your main sponsor is obviously Arlovski.com, and you had some sponsors on the banner that some of you guys can actually see in the background of Andrei. Why don't you talk about sponsors and how important are sponsors to you? Do you think you can benefit, add a benefit to a sponsor? Do you have any comments regarding sponsorship deals? And how they work?
Of course, like in everybody, like all fighters, I want to have a sponsorship from big companies, from big names. Also, if some company want to sponsor me, but they are not big yet, so we can discuss some plans, or we can discuss some opportunities. But like all fighters, of course, I'm looking for sponsors, and if somebody interested, please contact Arlovski.com, Eric Rapoport, or my manager Leo Karolinsky, and we will figure out.
Yeah, I think one of the things that some people don't realize is that when you have a product, and your product is a good product for the MMA audience, I mean, these are diehard fans. You guys know this more than anybody else. What an awesome way to be able to use Andrei, and one of the companies we're talking about actually has a shaving apparatus that we're going to hopefully do a deal with tomorrow. But listen, Andrei is a great way to be able to promote your brand. Dolce & Gabbana obviously considered him for his boxing career.
Boxing, MMA career too, and next fight I might fight in a Dolce & Gabbana MMA shorts. But I wasn't waiting in a sport suits would make Dolce & Gabbana for me, and I had a lot of people said me, "Oh, it's cool, it's nice, this and that." So
it's very different. Nobody would ever think of Dolce & Gabbana as being in an MMA, and this is a great way for them to come in with somebody that's stylish and all that. So ultimately, all we're saying is, if you've got friends, they have companies, just reach out to us. It's ultimately a good partnership to build a relationship with a fighter, especially a fighter that you love. So we're hoping that you guys can help out in that effort as well. The other question that we have is your walkout song, Andrei. This time it was on NBC Sports. A lot of people on Twitter are talking about, listen, every fighter should have a song dedicated to them. Tell us about that experience. How did you even come up with something like
let's be serious, guys. I create a new mouthpiece with a pitbull fence, and everybody has a pitbull. A mouthpiece with something, some sign or some teeth, whatever. I first guy who start wear suits in events. Now everybody wear suits, even they going to take a shit in a restroom. Walk out soon, no, wherever. I'm happy that I was pioneer, I was first. And this song create a mad ball for me. And my friend from Boston, Chris, he scored. I know some guys who wants to write songs for you. Would you be interested? I said, of course, especially hip hop, rap. I said, yeah, I'm like Nike, just do it. And it was a great song, and I love it. I just love it. Hopefully one day we're gonna do maybe some video for this song.
Were you involved in the lyrics and the creation of the song?
I just say what I wanna hear, what kind of words I'm looking in this song, and it was great.
Okay, awesome. The other question that we had was a T-shirt. You were wearing a T-shirt, and some people caught the interview, some people didn't. But whose face was on that T-shirt, Andrei?
My friend Ruslan Saleh, American, call him Rusty. He used to play for Anaheim Mighty Ducks. He played 2 years ago before he went to Russia for Detroit. He was a hockey player. He played for Detroit Red Wings, and he signed some contract with Russian hockey team, and all team died in a crash, in a plane crash in September 7, 2011, and yeah.
So this was a dear friend that you dedicated.
Yeah, he's always been in my heart, and he was a great guy, father, brother, and a friend.
Gotcha. Andrei, you talk many times about baby steps. Are you ready to take adult steps, or what's your next step, do you feel? Or are you still in baby steps?
My next step is going to be my next fight, but of course, like you said, Eric adult steps is going to be probably top 5, top 10 fighters right now, but yeah, one step at a time, we'll see.
Excellent. One of the things that was asked prior is there's a lot of people that have celebrities in their corners. Some people bring Steven Seagal, some people bring rap star. Do you have anybody in your corner that's a celebrity that you would want to bring?
Everybody in my corner celebrity, biggest celebrity, Greg Jackson. I have another celebrity, Travis Brown, and Mike Wally. So yeah.
You already have celebrities.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Did you watch Travis and Bigfoot fight?
Of course I did.
What is your opinion on that fight? And obviously he's a friend of yours as well as a training partner. But if you were to be honest, what is your opinion of that fight and how it went?
You know what? You never know what's gonna happen during the fight. Travis he tore his hamstring, and Bigfoot he has opportunity to throw a few punches. He obviously fought on one leg, and but it's okay. Travis he for sure he will come back strong, and hopefully he's gonna have another match against Bigfoot. But if you ask me about Bigfoot, he did a very good job. He probably follow his game plan 100%, and he was better man at that night than Travis.
The other question that we had is you spoke and you had a video clip about swimming for cardio. How effective is that for you, and is this something you're going to continue doing?
Well, definitely, I really enjoy to swim because I recently taught how to swim. I learned how to swim. I can swim. Before I can swim like a dog, like this. But it's definitely I'm gonna train and try to be better than Travis Brown because all trainers, swimming coaches tell me, oh, you cannot swim like a Travis. I said, come on, he grew up by the water, and of course he know how to swim. I grew up by forest and by snow, so.
He can't run in the snow faster
Yeah,
than you.
exactly.
All right. The other question that we had was, you seemed very emotional at the end of the fight. Talk us through your feelings, your thoughts. Like, what were the things that were going through your head?
Of course, I was very excited, and everything what I said I exactly meant, and I appreciate for everybody, my fiance, my son, newborn son, my trainers, my friends, my fans, and when I said also about Ruslan Salyan, I almost start crying because day before it was supposed to be his birthday. He's supposed to be like 38 years old, and I was a little bit emotional at that moment.
The other question that we had, Andrei, for you was, you know, I know this is something that you want to keep private, but you mention it often.
Next question.
Okay, so we're gonna skip that question then. All right. So, Andrei, do you have any odd habits?
Bad habits?
Bad, odd, something that's different, something that people don't consider normal. I can name one.
Yeah.
No,
Scared people?
Exactly. Very, very badly scared people.
Very badly scared people, yeah. I don't know, probably, but from my point, I think it's not that bad, but I'm stubborn.
Stubborn, yeah.
I'm stubborn. I sometimes I can be mean to people who I love, who like very important for me, to my dear friends, to my family. I can be mean. What else? I don't know.
So let me help you out. Are you ready? No, I'm kidding. No, but listen, Andrei has a mean streak, but he's also the nicest guy you'll ever meet. So ultimately, it all evens out.
Yeah, I'm nice in the public. I'm nice to people who I never met before, some new people. But like I said, I can be really mean and to my people, to my family, to people who I love, and so I think this is a problem too. And I'm very emotional. I don't know what else.
Very punctual. Eat very, very fast. Should I keep going?
Oh,
I'm kidding. Alright, next question. Number of fights that you're under contract for WSOF. Are you allowed to discuss?
I don't really know. I know I signed papers for one fight. It's probably one fight deal, but we'll see.
Okay.
At that time, it was before my fight. It was one fight deal. Maybe they're gonna come back to Leo with as a proposal.
Correct. And bottom line is, like we said before, first thing, you guys will know about this before anybody else, if it's factual and confirmed. Andrei, your hand speed looks superb. Your head movement looks superb. Again, the question comes up, boxing. Is this something in your mind?
Definitely, I mentioned before, I want to repeat again, definitely I want to do boxing, but if you guys visit Arlovski.com, I'm supposed to have a boxing debut in Moscow on September 7th, right after...
In Moscow?
In Moscow, right after my fight against Tim Silva in the Philippines. But Emelianka brother, he pulled out and it didn't happen. But definitely I wanna do boxing, but it's supposed to be on a schedule for me. It's supposed to be between my main MMA fights, and definitely I wanna do sooner or later. I will do boxing debut, no doubt.
So this is something you definitely are thinking about?
Absolutely. I love to keep my words, my promises, and I think it was of my promises that I'm gonna sooner or later I'm gonna try myself in the boxing world.
Excellent. K1?
K1, why not? Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Andrei, what is the worst food you've ever had? Okay, Philippines.
In Philippines, probably in Philippines, and for this fight against Devin Cole. Every day I ate chicken in Albuquerque every single day, and when I came back home, my fiance asked me, "Oh, you wanna? I can make something yummy for you. For example, what you like I don't know, meat, chicken, so everything except kitchen." Because
chicken.
I mean chicken.
Yeah.
Because it was so every day, sometimes 2-3 times a day, I eat chicken and eggs. So.
What's the best? If somebody was to drive through Albuquerque, New Mexico, what's the best restaurant there so far?
So far.
Can you make a recommendation?
I like P.F. Chang's. Sometimes
P.F.
I'm going P.F. Chang's. It was some burrito place, but I by accident went over there and I ordered some ribs and tacos. It was good. Next day I came back and they just changed the menu, you know. And I said, "Oh, I want some ribs." They brought me a piece of meat, but it wasn't that good. So and I love couple burger places over there. Sometimes like once a week I can stop by.
So you mentioned before that you were planning to relocate. Is that plan still in effect? Relocate to New
Move to
Mexico?
Albuquerque, yeah, I think so. Until my fighting career be done, I think I'm gonna spend those years in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Because for me it's difficult and it doesn't make real sense to drive between live between two cities, Chicago and Albuquerque, and I wanna my family, my fiance next to me, my future wife.
Any news on your next fight, Andrei?
Not yet, but I think we're gonna give guys you more information in this week.
So this week there might be some news coming out. So guys, keep checking Arlovski.com. And actually, this is one of the things that I wanted to touch upon. Andrei, why is it important to come to Arlovski.com often? I mean, are there pictures? Are there videos? What will people look for there? Other than Leo being scared horribly. Or myself.
But what you guys think about that prank? So I think it was awesome. Greg Jackson, he laughed so hard. He said, I didn't hurt like this like for a long time. But why it's important to come to Arlovski.com? First of all, guys, if you come on Arlovski.com, you show me your support. You show me that you're still interested in me. I still interested in for you guys, and of course pictures, videos. Eric, he's like very creative. He make some all the time some concurse.
Concourse.
Some
Sorry, contest.
Some contest and just please come to Arlovski.com, follow me on Twitter, and I will be really appreciate for this. And actually. Was good about Eric when we went to Las Vegas for my fight against Devin Cole. We went to radio show MMAJunkie.com and like, you know, he's all the time, he's like prepare, he's all the time keep his finger and a pulse, you know, he all the time like recording some, taking the pictures all the time. So that's I think it's really important for me, and this is very supposed to be very interesting for you because it's how I have connections with you guys, and I'm very happy about that.
Well, I think the main reason that I do that, guys, is obviously not everybody can travel to Las Vegas. Not everybody can travel to other, Philippines and places of the world where Andrei fights. You guys get a chance to see certain elements. What is it? 15 minutes of you on video during the fight, but all that stuff that happens in the background, like the training camps, the blooper videos, all the funny stuff, and the most important.
I'm sorry, Eric, I interrupt you, but especially for this fight, like I said, like I felt like everybody on their places, because like even Eric, he was in a dressing room. Sometimes it's so annoying, because he tried to make a picture, take a picture, or record some videos. But this time he was like, I think I didn't like even know that he like in a dressing room, because like he was like somewhere in the corner, behind some mats or whatever, and he like it was great. Put it full. This fight, this atmosphere for this fight was really good.
It was, and I actually felt the same way. I think right now we've got a good synergy, and figured out where everything should be to make this not only a pleasurable experience, but also make this a very informative experience. And guys, just so you know, you guys have only seen a piece of the pie. I've got all of tonight to basically spit out all the videos that we put together. So there's a lot of material coming up in the next few days to keep you busy until we hear the official announcement of the next fight. So there's going to be a lot of stuff that they're going to see that they haven't seen yet as well. The other stuff that I want to ask Andrei is, you mentioned in the Sherdog interview, which is, guys, if you want to see an awesome interview, I don't know what happened, but I even mentioned to Leo, all of a sudden, Andrei's English became the most perfect English I've ever heard in my life. He had an interview with Sherdog, and in it he kind of touched upon a lot of different elements. But one of the things that came up in the interview is Freddie Roach's participation in your camp and where your situation is with him. There's some speculation that you guys have some ill will or ill blood. I don't think that's the case. I think it's just you're refocused, right? Your training camp.
No, I would probably gonna share this with you guys first. I didn't say this to anybody, but what I meant when I said I don't work anymore with Greg Jackson. Of course, if I'm gonna have an opportunity right now to train with him, I probably would. But right after my loss to Kharitonov, it was four losses by KO, and actually Leo contacted my boxing manager, who's supposed to be my boxing, who's supposed to like, как занимался?
Taking care of it.
Take care of my boxing career, Billy King. I called him a couple of times. He didn't answer. He just texted me back, and Leo finally, I guess, spoke with him, and what he said, what I understood. Freddie Roach is busy with some other athletes right now. He doesn't have time for me, and my main boxing manager said Oscar De La Hoya company, Oscar De La Hoya Golden Boy promotion company, boxing company, put my boxing career on a hold, and that's it. So since that, I didn't talk with them, didn't hear anything from them. So that's it. No, I guess nothing bad's happened.
Nothing personal.
Nothing personal. It was I guess a business decision for them,
and I think it's a good decision for you as well to stay focused.
Probably. You never know.
Okay. The other question is, Andrei, there was a big discussion about rounding out your game, groundwork, taking people to the ground. Do you feel that if the fight went on the ground, you would have been as agile, as comfortable, and as ready to grapple with somebody like, this guy, Devin Cole, or even the best of the jiu-jitsu guys?
I'm gonna tell you right now, I definitely don't ready for I'm not ready now for wrestling match or jiu-jitsu match with top wrestlers or top jiu-jitsu players, but I think what Dina Castella showed me, what I took from him, how he taught me. I think I probably can survive, and don't guys forget, I'm my sparring partner Travis Brown. He's a big guy and he's a heavy guy, and he's really good in the ground. He's also a good wrestler, he's strong, and of course we train a lot and we spend a lot of time sometimes on the ground too for wrestling or MMA class, and I'm not that good yet, but like I said, I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of areas where I have to train more and learn something more. That's why when I have time between my fights, between training camps, that's why I'm all the time going to Dagestan, training with the best wrestlers in the world. I have friends over there, and definitely it's helped me a lot. My friend Murat Gaidarov, Sajid, a lot of people over there.
I mean, these are Olympic.
It's a high level, Olympic level wrestlers, of course.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll see more of you in various elements of MMA. But right now your stand-up just seems superb. I mean, like I said, I was watching the video. To me, it seemed like it was fast forward. It wasn't even going real time video. The other question, Andrei, that we had was who hits hardest in Jackson MMA?
Hit hardest.
Who?
Who hit hardest?
The hardest.
The hardest? I don't know. I remember Travis Brown, he hit me really hard a couple of times, you know. And
But I'm sure you hit him back as well.
yeah, at least I tried, you know. It's a difficult question for me, you know. You know, when you punching back or you work in the mitts, it's one thing. When you have a sparring session with your teammate or with your friend, it's a little bit different, you know. So I cannot really tell you guys who like the hardest punches in Greg Jackson. Oh, actually, I know Greg Jackson.
He's the hardest puncher.
Yeah, he can kill you by
with his mind.
Yeah, with mind. He could just kill you and you can fall.
Yeah, many people don't know, but actually Greg Jackson has some very cool moves. I mean, before every fight, he does like these spin kicks, all the stuff that's you would never expect to come out of his body. Right. The other question, Andrei, that we had was Ultimate Fighter, the show. First of all, are you a fan of the show, and would you ever want to be one of the trainers on the show?
First of all, I really love first season when Stefan Banner and what's his name? Forrest Griffin was on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Before I left UFC, I had the opportunity. If at that time I signed a new contract with the UFC, they told me I'm gonna be on a show. In a show, I'm gonna be one of the coaches. But I saw a couple episodes in the last show when Carvin and Roy Nelson, they were coaches. Carvin did good. He did he trained good. I guess he like said he can motivate the people. But I heard a few sentences from Big Country and what he said to Dana White, what he said to his guys from his team, how they pick the fights. You know, it was kind of not that interesting for me. So
it was very disorganized as well.
yeah. So
how would you be as a coach? If you're a coach, would you be tough on your guys? Would you make them work, or do you think it's more mental or physical?
That's why I don't want to criticize anybody, because I might be the worst coaches on the show, you know, or maybe it can be opposite. I can be one of the best coaches.
I think you would be one of the best because you'll make everybody work.
It depends who's gonna be next to you. If I'm gonna be a coach one day, definitely I wanna bring Greg Jackson, Wilkinson, Said Hatim, of course Dina Castells. Yeah, if I'm gonna be in the coaches, if they're gonna be interested to be on a show, definitely I need some people who's like very educated, who's very smart, who's very knows his stuff, and definitely if I'm gonna be a coach, I think it's my personality. I will feel that I'm responsible for those people who I gave some advice, who I'm gonna give some advice, who I'm gonna train. So it's a big deal, definitely.
One of the things that you guys may or may not know, but Andrei is one of the most hardest and most not only professional, but he's one of those perfectionists that you won't meet anywhere else. He wants the perfect in everything and everybody around him. So I think that's one of the best qualities that he can bring to the Tough Show, is to reach out the best in all of these guys that are starting out. I personally would love to see that. I don't know who they would put against you, to be honest with you, but that would be an awesome experience. Not only from a perspective of a comeback story, which is something that Claymore had mentioned, but also from a perspective of just showing some very good education to these up-and-coming guys.
Alexander wrote some comments. They should put Double A and James Johnson on a show, so it's gonna be
James
great.
Toney, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe that would be a good combination.
And after that, we're gonna have a boxing match.
Yeah.
One, 2 round boxing match, 2 rounds MMA.
So now that you're talking about Alexander asked the question: if he was to meet you on the street and get into a fight, would you cover his expenses? Medical bills.
Be careful.
Be careful what you wish for. All right. The other question, Andrei, is what are your top 5 songs in your iPad?
5 songs?
Top 5.
Of course, Madball, Arlovski walking song, and walkout song, and I love Eminem. It's a lot of Eminem on my iPad. So some Russian, of course, the music, some lyrics. It depends. I mentioned before, it depends what kind of mood, in what kind of mood I am. Like before workout, during workout, what my plan. Just jog for a little bit, or lift like some hard weights. Play racquetball with my friends.
I heard that story.
So
some people get hurt while they're playing racquetball with you.
Yeah. Not as they hurt me too. So it depends what kind of mood I have.
Very cool. Andrei, another question that we had is training with John Jones in Greg Jackson's camp. Do you, being around him, do you consider him the greatest fighter in the lightweight category? Light heavyweight, I'm sorry.
I have to answer on this question?
You could just state your opinion. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion.
He's a champion, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Andrei, wedding. Where are you planning on having your wedding?
Next question.
If you were given the opportunity to act as Spartacus on television, would you take it on? Do you think that's a good role for you?
I love to, but I'm not sure that I'm good enough for people who film that show, because obviously my English. If I don't need to speak any.
Why do you say that? You say that often.
No, because I feel I still like insecure, right?
Yeah,
about my English, and I know it's not good yet, but guys, trust me, I work a lot. I read a lot in English. I watch American TV channels. I'm going every week, especially in Albuquerque, and to movie theater. And but definitely, if somebody interested to put me in some show or movie, I love to be in a movie or in a show.
I think you should get it out of your head, because bottom line is, I think your English is perfect, and whenever you forget about that fact that you've got some issues, you start speaking perfectly. So just keep that mindset. It's all about confidence, just like in fighting, I think. Other MMA gyms, Andrei, would you consider training or going to other MMA gyms just to learn certain things? I mean, people talk about the Gracies, for instance, right? How good they are in grappling and all that. I know you guys are you guys are friendly to each other whenever we're traveling to different organizations. But is this something you would consider to go out there and just grab the knowledge?
If my trainers, if Greg Jackson will decide that I have to go somewhere and train with there, I might go. But like I mentioned before, definitely I will go to Dagestan one day. When I'm gonna have free time between my camps, between fights, I wanna go to Dagestan again.
So 2 things I want to tell you about your English. Number 1, Spartacus didn't speak any English. You know that, right?
No, I know. I'm
That's
like
not
in
a joke. And the second one is this is Patricia. Your English is great. You have that sexy, angry Russian accent.
I hope not that when I fought Devin and Bas Rust, and he said something during my fight, I know I know he's joking, but anyway, I hope I don't sound like that,
The other question.
Yeah, and about Bas Rust, he's
I'm gonna post that interview. I recorded the whole thing.
He's a very funny guy, and he's a very smart guy, and when he interviewed me before the fight, it was fun. You know what
the most interesting part is? Out of all the things that you guys would think that Andrei and Basrun would ever talk about, if they were in a room and you were the fly in the room to listen to it, you guys will be incredibly surprised. I'm not gonna even say what it is.
Okay? I know what you mean.
Yeah, we'll let the video talk for itself, but you guys will love that video, because it's a topic of conversation nobody has ever probably caught on camera before of Basrud. So that's going to be a good one.
This is coffee.
Coffee. Yeah.
Somebody asked me. Now I can coffee and I can eat it for 2-3 weeks. I can eat wherever I want and drink wherever I want. So I enjoy my time.
Andrei, boxers or briefs?
For the fight?
No, regularly.
Boxers.
Alright. Do you like barbecue?
Dolce Gabbana.
Dolce Gabbana. There you go.
Yeah, I do. And actually, when it was a little bit warmer when it was warm in Chicago, like September, beginning of September, in the summertime, actually, I learned how to do barbecue, and I really enjoy to put some meat, put some sauces, put some vegetables over there, and the next day do a barbecue, and I love it. But you know who's the best? It's Leo, my manager. He's the best.
Leo is like a culinary. If he wasn't the manager, he probably should be in the restaurant.
Chef, some chef in the restaurant. He's great.
Very cool. The other question is, Andrei, you versus Overeem. Do you see that fight happening, and do you know how you would even go into a fight like that?
He's gonna fight for UFC. 2 days ago, I fought for World Series of Fighting, so you never know in the future. His fight might happen. You never know. But again, if you wanna, Johnson wants to fight me. Anthony. He's from Black Zillions. Overeem, he's a Black Zillions too, and before my fight, I had conversation with Rashad Evans. He actually invited me to go and train with. When Overeem supposed to fight?
I don't know. Andrei.
When he was disqualified.
Oh, this was 2 months ago.
2 months ago,
Yeah.
I had conversation about 2.5 months ago with Rashad Evans. He invited me to come and train with Black Zillions.
And you didn't go?
Oh, come on, you know what's happened between Greg Jackson and Rashad Evans, and also I just back at that time to train, and I went straight to Albuquerque, New Mexico.
The other question that we had on Andrei, who's your favorite teammate in Jackson MMA? Is there a favorite?
Yeah, I think so. Mr. Travis Papa Brown, whatever.
He's your favorite?
I think we kind of have connection between me and Travis. You know, he's a funny guy, and yeah.
You know, you guys are very similar. Did you know that he took care of the tab for everybody that was sitting at the table?
No way.
Yeah. Unbelievable guy. You guys, you know, there's a lot of things.
Why are you saying now? I feel like I have to give him at least half. You know.
No, you don't have to do anything.
No,
because no, you don't. But one of the things that you guys have to know, I wish that everybody would get the experience of being able to see and feel what these guys are all about outside of the ring. A lot of people see them as fighters, you know, these animals, you know, they fight, they beat up, and all that kind of stuff. But there's a lot of things that go behind the scenes. These guys are just genuine, really, really cool guys. And again, I didn't know Travis. I roomed with him in the Philippines, but I have nothing but good things to say about the guy because he's just a stand-up guy all around. So it's good. It's interesting that you say that because he seemed like a very good friend to you in the ring and outside the ring.
Definitely, I have a lot of respect for him, and he's a great guy. If he need my help, anyway, anytime, I will be next to him.
Well, leading up to my question, which is, you guys are both heavyweights. What if you were put against one another? Do you have any type of agreement, or do you guys have any type of issues to or not to fight against each other?
It's interesting because definitely in the spot gonna be Greg Jackson and all trainers from Albuquerque. Between my fight and Travis Brown, I'm going to tell right now, I don't want to fight him. I don't. But you know, you never know what's going to happen in this life. And but if somebody gonna ask me tomorrow fight him, I'm not gonna fight him.
Okay. The other question is, there was a sponsor from a Krav Maga organization. Can you tell us what your connection is to them?
Yeah, I had seminar at the Krav Maga Academy in New York 3 weeks ago. Yeah, 3 weeks ago, and I met some great people over there, and I think we're gonna work together in the future. So actually, they came from New York to support me. I didn't believe until I saw them because of that Hurricane Cindy, what's happened in New York and New Jersey. It was horrible, but they came they showed me their support, and I really appreciate for this. That means a lot to me.
And these are very stand-up guys. And Krav Maga, for those of you that may or may not know, is a very technical sport, right? Like, can you tell us what you've learned in Krav Maga? Is it something that you could use in MMA?
Actually, we didn't train in Krav Maga. I just gave MMA seminar at Krav Maga Academy, but I'm planning to go to next week to New York and meet the guys from Krav Maga Academy, and they're gonna share their knowledge with me. So I know I'm gonna take something from them.
Very cool. Another question, Andrei, is what do you squat normally when you train?
170 probably.
Okay. And tell me about what is your favorite sport outside of MMA?
Hockey.
Hockey. Not soccer?
No.
Hockey? Okay. You know that elections are coming up in US, right?
Yeah.
Who do you vote for?
I'm Republican.
Republican. Okay. Do you want to elaborate why?
Huh?
Do you want to elaborate? Do you want to say why or no?
No.
No? Okay. Are you going to vote?
No.
Why?
Because
you're allowed to vote?
No, I'm not allowed to
No?
vote. No.
Okay. Tim Sylvia. I think this is probably the best medium to put it to rest, make it official, and never talk about it again, right? What is the deal with you, Tim Sylvia? You guys still have a beef? Is there another fight coming up, or where do you stand?
Everybody asked me about another fight against Team Sylvia. We fought 4 times already, and I think we were a good example for Paki and Marquez. They're gonna fight 4th time too. We cool with Team right now. No more bullshit between me and Team.
No more name calling.
Yeah, no more, and it's in the past already. You know, he's a great guy. I wish him all the best in his future life, MMA career. So all the best to him.
Very cool. Kettlebells. Do you work out with kettlebells?
Sometimes I do some exercises during my lifting or strength conditioning sessions.
Cool. Andrei, you had mentioned earlier in the chat, but we have a lot more people in the chat room now, so I want to run it by you. Alexander Emelianenko and the fact that you guys had a potential boxing match. What is your opinion of him as a person and then him as a fighter?
First of all, I'm very disappointed our boxing match didn't happen, and
you were looking forward to that, huh?
Definitely, at that time it was a great show. People told me if he's gonna agree fight me, it's gonna become main event. It was 150 TV channels, media.
It would have been big media.
Big. Definitely, it's gonna be great for me. If it's happened, it would be great for me. But it didn't happen, and that's it. If somebody gonna ask me, actually it was really good money for 4 rounds in boxing too. But if somebody,
but it was good money not just for you. It was good money
for both of definitely for both. I told him even I'm gonna take what you propose on me. I'm gonna take half. Just give him more. And
so you were gonna give up your half of your purse to him?
Yes, because it was really important for me to be co-main event on Klitschko card, where it's like a big arena. it's called Luzhniki in Moscow. It just was Moscow. It was not more like fighting or make some money. It all was about like media, about publicity. So I think it would be great for both of us, but it didn't happen. If somebody gonna ask me right now to have a boxing match against him, I don't know. I will think.
Yeah.
Because for every proposal, it's supposed to be right time, you know. And I heard some his answers after why it didn't happen, this and that. So it seems like it was only my fault. He didn't agree, but people who told me, he said yes. A couple of days later, he says no, and in a couple of weeks he's disappeared and all, and you know, so, and his manager started saying some stuff,
rumors.
Rumors. So
bottom line, there was a proposal on the table. You agreed to it. You even went ahead and said, listen, I'll even give up half of my purse for this fight. I wanted to make this happen from a perspective of it would be a big way for you guys to kind of show the Russian audience what they want to see. But unfortunately, it didn't go through for whatever reason. We don't know the exact reason, but it wasn't because of you, ultimately.
Oh, definitely not. I was ready, and I told people, because they kind of supposed to take a risk. I fought on August 31st in the Philippines against Team Silvia, and they asked me, so you're gonna be ready one week later if something's gonna happen with you. I said, listen, if something's gonna happen, I'm gonna pay fees. You know, just I'm confirmed 100%.
You're gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
Andrei, you know it. I know it. Everybody wants to see you in the UFC. That's where the talent is. You mentioned it yourself. This is where your challenges are. Are you ready for the UFC? If
you ask me if I'm ready to fight in UFC tomorrow or next month, I would say probably not yet. If we talking about near future, it might happen, but people and waiting for World Series of Fighting ask me, so of course everybody understands this and that, but you're looking to be in UFC again. And I said, I don't need favors from anybody. I'm like other heavyweights in the line. If I wanna earn this opportunity to fight in the UFC or some big promotions company. I just don't wanna be in UFC because I was 3-time world champion in UFC in the heavyweight division. You know, if I'm interested, if people from UFC think I'm exciting fighter, they like my performance, they like how my fans follow me. Which is I'm sure everybody loves how my fans support me because you guys are the best. It's a lot of if and of course it's not for me. I don't want to talk with you. So I have for this Leo Krolinsky. He's my manager. He's supposed to hold all this contract stuff and all this stuff.
And next time, I think it's been about a year since we did a live video chat with Andrei and Leo. So maybe we'll get Leo involved in this one more time, just to kind of have you guys connect one more time.
No problem.
And maybe give you guys some of the insight into the deals and wheels of how this all comes together. There's a lot of stuff happening and in the works. Ultimately, Andrei, makes the final decision, but there's a lot of wheels at play, and that's why when you guys hear a rumor, it's difficult for him to comment on it because he hasn't been presented with anything official to make a deal on. So the minute it is official, you guys know about it first as being Andrei's fans. So Andrei, we've been at about an hour, which is usually what we keep this on, and we don't want to keep you guys up late either. But we have a very quick rundown of a few more questions, some fun ones, some not. Real quick, Rashad Evans, have you ever trained with Rashad?
Of course, at Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Okay, what is your opinion of him as a fighter, him personally?
No, first of all, I know Rashad more than John Jones, and he always was nice to me, and he's a great fighter. He's a good guy, and I wish him all the best. And when I saw him before my fight, he said, I remember like all the time when he saw me in a Greg Jackson gym, he said, "Let's go, Dre!" He all the time like says it loud. And when I saw him after on weigh-ins, he said like, "Hey, let's go, Dre!" So Rashad, he's a good guy.
Cool. Do you still keep your low carb diet most of the time?
During the camp, yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
When you walk into a hair barbershop, what do you say to get your hair cut?
Huh?
What do you say to the barber or hairstylist? What do you say to cut?
Oh, I have same guy who cut my hair probably already 8-9 years, and I stick with him. He knows what I want.
What is your sin food? What is the one food that's not good for you but you love?
I love to eat. I love great food, and I love
Great?
taste.
Great tasting food.
I love great tasting food. So sometimes it might be not really healthy, not really good for me, but
you
when
can eat sweets.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, when especially after the fight. Yeah, sometimes during the camp, I can cheat, and once a week at least I can eat whatever I want.
Yeah.
Especially sweets. Yeah, ice creams and other stuff.
When you go out to camp, do you miss your friends? Do you miss like all the things that you do here in Chicago? How do you feel?
Of course, I miss all my friends, but and I miss all my friends. I miss my family, but at the same time, understand I'm here for them too.
Mm-hmm.
I need to train hard. I need be focused, and that's why I'm gonna bring my family next year in Albuquerque.
Do you think it's gonna be a smooth transition for you guys? Do you have a lot of friends there? Is there a lot to do there? Like,
at least I have a couple friends over there. Maxim is gonna be with me, so, and also I'm gonna visit Chicago too. So.
Very cool. Very cool.
And it's gonna be harder for you, Isaac, to fly out.
Well, I was just about to say, not only are you gonna visit us, I'm probably gonna be visiting you.
Yeah.
But listen, I think ultimately, as long as we don't drive, like we drove the other time through those states where all the smells and everything that we had to go through, we had to sleep in the same hotel room. Horrible experience overall. So as long as we don't have to drive anymore and fly, I'm game. It's no problem. The other question, Andrei, is a lot of people think you're Jewish. Would you ever want to be a rabbi?
Do I look like a Jewish?
People say you're Jewish because of the beard, maybe. But would you ever consider being a rabbi?
Okay, if I look like a Jewish and I have a beard, why people wanna ask me about do I wanna be a Spartacus or a gladiator, whatever. For me, it's not. I don't. Как делю? Делю. На евреи, на евреи. Divide?
Divide, yeah.
I don't divide people.
Criticize.
I don't criticize people black, white, Jewish, whatever. My best friends, they Jewish. Two guys, they Jewish. And I have best friends, they have Greek, have American, He have American, have German, People is people, and every race and every nationality, they have good people and bad people, so, but I'm not a Jewish.
And you wouldn't be a rabbi, I take it?
A rabbi? No.
Alright, the other question that we had is, are there any new t-shirt designs that are going to be coming into the store? Let me touch upon that and then I'll let you finish as well. Guys, one of the things that we're working on, listen, running a t-shirt business and running an online store is not something that we're experts in. So we've reached out to the best people in the business, and you don't know about this, but I had a meeting on Sunday with one of the guys. But we're looking to partner up with somebody like Tap Out to do not only the t-shirt designs but also t-shirt fulfillment and order processing. And bottom line is, we want to have a brand new t-shirt for every time Andrei fights somebody. We want to have something that you fans can collect. You guys can, wear to the fight.
Collectible t-shirts.
Collectible t-shirts. Something that would be of value to you guys. We tried it from, having your designs be featured on Arlovski.com. That was a great idea. Great success. You wore them to the fights. But I think we're in a position to start transitioning. There's so many orders, there's so much demand for these T-shirts that I think it makes sense for us to go not only big, but also international. And one of the things that Andrei is working on is obviously being able to fight in many different countries. And he already just this year fought in Asia, hopefully in Russia, in Brazil. You know, the rumors are. So ultimately, we're looking to partner up with somebody that knows what they're doing, and can do justice to Andrei's trademark, logo, brand, and all those things. So we're in talks, and hopefully we can report something soon. But ultimately, the best price is always going to be on Arlovski.com, right?
Definitely. And about sponsorship, I asked Eric. Eric, how come people who fought an undercard, who was in preliminary fights, they have sponsor, I don't, and he didn't have answer for me. So.
I still don't have an answer. No, the answer is that there was a lot of interest end of the year. A lot of people are setting up budgets for next year.
So everybody looking for next year. Yeah.
And ultimately, one of the things that everybody wants to see is, you know, what is Andrei all about? You know, is he back? Is he...
Or just it's another lucky fight for him, yeah?
Supposedly. And ultimately, one of the things that I heard already feedback, because I got, you know, some of the response from all the stuff
you told me.
Yeah, that the people are saying, listen, this is the Andrei we saw in the UFC. This is the guy that we want to work with. So the reason I reached out to people is I wanted to say, listen, let's start cultivating a relationship today, so that when Andrei does become big, you guys can all, you know, benefit from it.
And this is, you mentioned before, you felt like connection between me and Greg Jackson and Travis and Mike. Before, you remember I told before the fight, I told Greg, listen, I didn't tell you before, but I want to tell you right now. I feel this fight gonna end like I fought Vladimir Matyushenko in UFC, and. It's happened. It was pretty much a similar fight, but Vladimir Matyushenko he threw front kick. I step, I remember, on the right, and I dropped him with right uppercut against Devin Cole. I did a short overhand right and hammer fist. I threw hammer fist too. What I wanna say, I wanna repeat again, like Eric said, it was some connection, you know. And if you guys wanna be part our team, a part of my family, if you want to create some a relationship with us, so please feel free to contact Eric or Leo, and we will discuss.
We'll make it happen. What is the most valuable lesson Greg Jackson has taught you today?
Today?
Well, up to today.
Believe in yourself 100% in any situations, because every time I think like he all the time like say something new to me, or I learned something new about Greg Jackson, and like every day like I know about this guy more and more. So, and you know what? Like I mentioned before, I'm happy that better be later than never in that place where I'm right now, in the right place with right trainers, with right sparring partners, and that's it.
And it's probably a difficult question to answer, because one of the things you mentioned before is you treat and I feel that Greg Jackson is like your older brother in a way.
Yep.
And you learn something new from your older brother probably every day.
Yeah, and it's what I it's exactly what I said, and I didn't finish my sentence. You know, people this who I trained in Chicago, I thought they're my older brothers too, but I still have only two older brothers from Chicago, it's Dylan and Said. So yeah.
Who is the scariest fighter?
Scariest?
In MMA, yeah. Is there anybody that you're intimidated by walking into the ring? Or octagon? Or decagon?
Intimidate me, be scared or not?
Somebody when you look at them.
Only stupid, foolish fighters are not scared before the fight. They don't nervous before the fight. But I mentioned before, if you want to be the best, you have to fight with the best fighters, and you want this or not, I think I will like nervous before the fight anyway, and it's normal.
Do you shut it off the minute the bell rings? Well, not the bell rings, but whatever. The minute you start, is it like off?
No, of course it's off, but at the same time, if you nervous a little bit, it's like keep you alert. Yeah, it's keep you on the toes. You all the time like focused. You know, it's not just like oh whatever. It's another fight. I'm gonna just step in and go home. So every fight's different, and for every fight, my opinion, and I wanna like be like whatever scared, nervous before the fight. It's keep me in shape.
We're gonna start wrapping up, Andrei, but you still have questions coming. So do you mind continuing for a few more minutes?
No problem.
Okay. So two things that I think I want to mention. Number one, this is something I did not record, unfortunately, but there's one thing that Mike said to you, Michael Villo, right? That said to you while you guys were doing mitts, is you know, the minute you get tired, get more focused. The minute you feel stressed, get more focused. Tighten up, and I think that's one of the things that you know, you guys have a lot of up and coming fighters, people who are training. So probably that's like the coolest and the best advice that I heard anybody say to you. That's the most important part. That the minute you feel something's not right, just focus and tighten up and get your focal point into the game. Andrei, this question keeps coming up, and I know again you want to keep things private, but everybody wants to know your son's name.
Next question.
Next question. All right. Condit versus GSP. Who do you think is the winner?
Oh, it's another stressful moment for Greg Jackson, but definitely it's gonna be very interesting fight, and I'm gonna watch for sure. So.
The other question that we had, Andrei, is you know, there's some people that are doing CrossFit. And they're seeing a lot of results. Do you have any tips to minimize the muscle soreness? Do you have muscle soreness still?
Ice bath.
Ice bath? Seriously?
It's what I'm doing, yeah. Especially after hard day, especially after hard sparring, and yeah. What
exactly goes through your mind when you're doing a stare down? Because one of the coolest things, I think, if you guys ever have a chance to go into a fight, make sure you go into the weigh-ins, because it's an interesting experience. This is the first time these fighters get a chance to kind of face each other and maybe not verbally but mentally communicate.
I like that you brought that question, Eric, because actually on the weigh-ins when commissioner checked my weight, I put my t-shirt, I was already like I get in a fight in the pose, and for some reason Devin, he like stepped like really close and he tried to face me, and I was, wow, it's gonna be a war, definitely it's gonna be a good fight, and I like it.
What goes through your mind?
I just, like I told him, listen, I just, like after the fight, I told him I'm better man tonight, and nothing personal, somebody's supposed to lose at that fight, and...
he's a stand-up guy.
I wish him all the best, and yeah, but I did what I did, I did what I wanted to do, and no,
it's no hard feelings.
Not, absolutely not. In a hard business, like I said, and we just like, I said, I tried to like, maybe try to scare him or whatever, to put some intimidate him. So yeah.
Gotcha. This is a question that we had before, but do you ever get scared in stare downs? Bigfoot. Remember your stare down with Bigfoot? Did you feel any fear?
No, absolutely not. No, I didn't.
Does it inspire you?
I didn't remember, but
because he was like really like trying to get into your head. No, you didn't do anything. I'm just asking. Like that was the scariest one that I saw. I'm from the side and I was scared.
No, I don't know. No, I wasn't scared, but whatever.
Vladimir Klitschko.
I wanna fight him.
Bad?
Absolutely, because when the reason why Golden Boy signed me, the idea was to build my boxing. career a little bit to give me like 10, 15, whatever fights, and face to one of the brothers Klitschko.
Andrei, I think we're good to wrap up, but I know you had asked me to remind you, there's something that's been going on in New York that a lot of people obviously have heard about. But one of the things that you may or may not know is there were a lot of fighters that were supposed to be even on the undercard during the event on Saturday that couldn't make it physically out of New York, and their fights were canceled, and they obviously were replaced. You've never had a situation where you had to be replaced, right? But tell us what your feelings are about a situation like that, and also the storm.
Well, first of all, it's very dangerous, very scary what happened in New York, New Jersey. A lot of people lost houses, like pretty much everything what they had, and this nature can compete against the nature, but people, fighters who were replaced for this event, this sucks because I know how it's hard to train, how hard to give you 100% during the training camp, and in the last moment something happened, not because of you, and you can fight. This is horrible, and I just want to say those fighters and all people, just be strong, guys, and everything gonna be fine. God bless them.
Last question from Claymore, since he was the first to get into the site and into the chat today. Do you ever get angry or mad during your fight? Do you ever want to really, really, really hurt somebody in the ring?
Of course, I want to hurt every opponent with whom I'm fighting, because we're in that hurting business. But if you're getting mad or angry, sometimes it can hurt you. You feel somebody punch you, instead of like be focused and be tight and move around, wherever, you forget about your defense. You just like keep coming forward, and you can sometimes you can pay for this, and this is not good. All the time you have to have a hard heart and cold mind. All the time you have to be focused. It's what works for me. I'm talking from my point. This is works for me, and
well, I think it works for anybody that's a professional fighter and not just a brawler.
Yeah, and I wanna like keep everything this way.
Excellent. Well, let's wrap up. Maybe say a few words in Russian as well, if you don't mind.
Для моих русскоговорящих болельщиков, что в столь ранний час уже были со мной на arlovski.com, задавали свои вопросы, слушали мой лайв-видеочат. Спасибо большое вам за это. И мы с Эриком уже обсуждали, что все-таки в один прекрасный день мы сделаем версию для русскоговорящих болельщиков. Спасибо большое за ваши вопросы, за внимание, за поддержку. До скорой встречи. For my fans from United States, guys, thank you for all your questions. Like always, it was fun. It was very interesting questions, actually about. I like the most that question about Freddie Roach. You guys first with who I share all this information and all my thoughts about why I didn't train with Freddie Roach anymore. Thank you for all your questions. Thank you for your time, and talk to you later. Don't forget, guys, to go on arlovski.com, because probably this week we're gonna post some information about my.
Well, not only information, but also lots of videos, photos.
It's what you guys promised, and
starting tonight.
Yeah, it should be fun. Thank you very much. God bless.
And one more thing, guys, I want to add in closing that there is a brand new section on the site called Sponsors. You guys are more than welcome to check it out. The cool part about that section is I kind of laid out all the opportunities that are available for people to be able to become a sponsor of Arlovski, not only in the ring, but also outside of the ring. Cool?
Very good. Thank you,
guys.